Hi, my name's Tessa and I'd like to welcome you to our Bellfield site. Here, Launch Housing has offered 58 families a safe place to call home forever. Launch Housing has created a safe place with the cultural roots to the Aboriginal community reflected in our foyer here.
Our Bellfield social housing project is a wonderful example of the great initiatives that can be delivered through a partnership with state government, local government and a community housing provider like Launch Housing. Banyule City Council undertook a comprehensive community engagement process to understand what the local community wanted to see delivered on this expansive site. The outcome of that process was threefold. They wanted to see a brand new community hub, they wanted to see social housing, and a balance of the site is used for private market housing.
Here at Bellfield, in our 58 units, our community is vast. We have people from all different creeds and cultures, from different countries and different parts of Australia. We have singles, families, children, 65 plus, all coming together to create an amazing community.
Launch Housing was incredibly lucky to have ARM as the architect on this project. ARM are an innovative architect and they wanted to make sure that this wasn't just a boring, bland social housing project because they recognise the importance of creating a bold and vibrant community for our residents. You'll see through the facade that there is a tree trunk design, which represents the rings of a tree trunk and the number of years that that tree has been alive. And that's a really great reflection of the range of experiences and obstacles and also celebrations that our residents have had throughout their life. The timber structure isn't the typical approach that's currently used in modern construction, and it creates immediate environmental outcomes as well as ongoing outcomes for our residents.
Prior to construction taking place here at the Bellfield site, Launch Housing staff, as well as Aboriginal elders, performed a smoking ceremony on site to respect Aboriginal and First Nations traditions. From that, our Aboriginal artist Cassie took the pigment from the ashes to create the artwork that you see around us here in the communal area. The raffia knots have 5 strands of raffia representing the languages of the 5 Kulin nations, giving them a safe place to come together to create an amazing community. We're able to offer a plethora of community activities, inclusive of cooking groups, walking groups, and so many other activities, so that our community get to know one another on a deep and personal level quite frequently. Our renters are able to utilise this space to create their own celebrations, so that when they want to have people, they don't have to have them in their personal space, but they can have somewhere to share special celebrations with their family, friends, and the greater community. Creating great bonds with our local city council, Banyule, as well as our local community initiatives such as the community farm and the community gardens have allowed our renters to access free, fresh fruit, vegetables and produce on a weekly basis at no cost.
In 2020, Launch Housing applied for funding through Homes Victoria's Social Housing Growth Fund, and we're incredibly lucky to secure $18 million in grant funding from Homes Victoria. That enabled us to commence construction on the Bellfield social housing project in 2022, and we're able to complete the project in October 2023. Launch Housing is able to lease this site from Banyule City Council at a peppercorn rent for 50 years. This means that we're able to avoid the cost of acquiring a site like we would in a traditional acquisition process, and we're able to provide housing for residents in the Bellfield community for 50 years. This project is a fantastic example of the comprehensive master planning and community engagement process that Banyule Council undertook. It meant that when we delivered this project in October 2023, we already had a brand new community hub for our residents to engage into. And that sets our residents up to be able to link into the existing community and feel part of the broader existing Bellfield community, as well as part of their own unique community that they're setting up here in the building. As part of our proactive approach to the project, it wasn't just thinking about the bricks and mortar. It was thinking in advance of the residents and setting them up for success once they moved into our Bellfield project. A key part of that was commissioning Village Well to undertake a comprehensive community engagement strategy. The community engagement plan enabled us to identify existing service providers in the area and meant that when we moved into Bellfield, our on-site team was able to build on those partnerships and link in our residents to set them up for success.
We've seen people's lives go from some of the biggest challenges that you would never have imagined to finding a happy place, recovering, and finally being able to say that they're safe, to discover themselves and to become the people they've been waiting to be their whole lives.